Morning, guys. It's Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. This is something a little different from my channel. I'm going to do a concert review. I was fortunate enough last night to go see a great double bill. Buddy Guy, the legendary blues guitarist, and John Hiatt, one of the great singer-songwriters of all time. What a double bill it was. It took place in Orlando at a place called the Dr. Murray Performing Center, Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. I mean, what a venue this is. I looked it up. It was built in 2014, and it was definitely built for the customer in mind, built for sound and built for comfort, the two major things. I mean, it was incredible. The place is it's intimate but large. It has, like, when our seats were considered in a balcony, and we had to take an elevator up 4 stories up to the fourth floor to get to our seats. So it's tall, but intimate in this. It's very steep, and you're right on top of the performers almost. And we sat front row in that balcony, tons of leg room. I could almost stretch my legs right out. And I'm 6'1". Sideways, you had lots of room between the people. You weren't fighting for arm space. Just a beautiful, beautiful venue, and sounded fantastic. John Hiatt and his band, the Goners, opened the show. The special thing about this with John Hiatt is he had Sonny Landreth with him. And boy, I've never seen Sonny Landreth live before. Man, was I impressed. That guy can play a freaking guitar, man. I went out, I'll show you a bit. I got some merch. So anyway, John Hiatt came out first. And for those who are fans of John's classic albums, Slow Turning and Bring the Family, you would not have been disappointed. He played just about every track from those albums. The only thing he missed was Lipstick Sunset, which disappointed me. I thought that would have sounded incredible in that theater with Sonny Landreth playing the slide. But he didn't do that, but he didn't disappoint. He played Slow Turnin', Drive South, just everything you could think of off those albums. Thing Called Love, Have a Little Faith in Me, which he did acoustically on his guitar solo. The band rocked. It was just a four-piece band, bass, drums, John playing guitar and vocals, and Sonny Landreth playing guitar. I mean, just they were outstanding. Sound was great. Like I said, if you're a fan of those two classic Hiatt albums, you would not have been disappointed in the least. So John opens the show. There's about I'd say about a half an hour intermission, and Buddy Guy comes out. I mean, Buddy Guy just turned 86 years old, and you'd think he was 20. Man, he was incredible. He's full of energy, very talkative with the crowd, full of bull. Like, he loved to joke around, and he throws the F word around like it's a nickel, and he teases the crowd like he plays a classic song like Hoochie Coochie Man, and then when it gets to a certain line that everyone knows, he kind of points to the crowd to join in, and then when they join in, he stops and he goes, "Hey, I didn't tell you to F up my song," and then he starts joking with the crowd and makes them do it again, and he was great, and he told a few stories about, being a young guy in the cotton fields back in Louisiana, and paid tribute to all the great blues guys. He emulated the sounds from John Lee Hooker and B.B. King, and played he played Boom Boom for John Lee Hooker, and he did How Blue Can You Get for B.B. King, and just made the guitar sound just like those guys do. He did a thing about Eric Clapton and Cream, and he played Strange Brew. He was just incredible. Just what a guitar player. He had a backup guitar, so his band was a keyboard player who was really outstanding as well. Buddy, there was a bass player, a drummer, and another second guitarist. And about the third song in, he kind of motions for the other guitarist to come center stage, and that guy just wails away on the most incredible blues solo for about 2 or 3 minutes while Buddy just stands back. It was Very, very cool. And then towards the end of the show, he starts talking about how when he was young, how people like Muddy Waters and whoever would bring him up on stage, and they would let the young guns kind of come up and pass the torch. So he brought out a young guitar player. Unfortunately, he didn't introduce him by name. He let the guy come out and wail on a solo for a couple of minutes. The guy was a really good blues player. And then he brought out a second guy who was from Argentina, and he was a blues player, played a lot of slide. He came out and did a thing, and they both stayed on the stage with the band for the last 2 or 3 songs. And then Buddy he did that thing, when I first saw Buddy Guy in like 1971, I think it was, at the Colonial Tavern on Yonge Street. He walks through the crowd with his guitar, just wailing a solo, and he walked right outside onto Yonge Street back and forth, and then walked back into the club. So I guess that's kind of his routine, because at this show, he walked down the stairs of the stage, out in one of the aisles, and walked straight up the aisle, up to the back of the theater, around to another aisle, and down back again, and just stopped and played in front of the crowd. And there was a woman in a wheelchair there, and he stopped and paid special attention to her, and he grabbed her hand and told her to strum the guitar. So she was doing this on the guitar, and he was playing these leads with his left hand. It was freaking really just it was a great dynamic performance. So if you get a chance to see these shows, I don't know if they're playing together on a whole tour or it's just a few dates, but if they come to town, you won't be disappointed. If you like guitars, you will definitely not be disappointed. Now for merch. First of all, I got this Buddy Guy t-shirt, which is very cool. I don't know, there's something on the back of it too. But I got that. John Hiatt doesn't sell t-shirts. But John Hiatt is selling his autobiography, and he's selling posters. Now, the cool thing about that is it's not just a poster. It's autographed. John Hiatt and the Goners. Autographed by John Hiatt. These were $30 autographed. I thought that was a great deal. So I snatched that up. What the heck else did I get here? I bought, besides the t-shirt and that, I got a couple of CDs. I picked up Buddy Guy's CD, Live and Legends, which is his bar in Chicago, which I have visited. My wife and I visited Buddy Guy's bar, but Buddy wasn't there that night. There was another blues band playing, but I understand he pops in every once in a while. But this has Boom Boom and Strange Brew on it, like he did last night. Oh, he also did a bit of Voodoo Child last night, and a couple of little lines from Sunshine of Your Love. So he did a kind of a tribute to Jimmy. Yeah, and that's on this disc as well. So I'm anxious to hear that. Sonny Landreth impressed me so much, and they were selling his latest CD, so I bought this. I've been listening to it in the car this morning. I got to hear like 4 tracks, and it's fantastic. Man, I just found my new interest in music. I'm going to be grabbing a bunch of Sonny Landreth stuff. Man, he was good. Yeah, so that's it. That's my ticket. See, it was $69, which wasn't a bad price for those two, for a double bill like that. I was very impressed. So, yeah, if you get a chance to see these people, go see them. They were incredible. Everyone have a great day. We'll be back very soon with another video.